part 3 now.
Yeah, part 3. Okay, now second time trying. We need a John.
We need a John. We do. That's proof we need a John.
The fucking first time we tried, fucked that up straight away. Oh my god, John's busy now. Easter.
Yeah. It's that time of year.
It is that time of year. Easter's a little bit different. I think it's got a different feel than Christmas. Christmas is just essentially a chance to receive presents, or if you're an adult, unfortunately, dip into the bank account to fucking buy presents.
Fork out for presents.
It's the worst, bro.
Yeah, it is. Sucks.
Whereas Easter's an opportunity to get in touch with your faith.
Yeah.
You know, like Jesus died for you in a couple of days. Or depending on when you're hearing this, he might have already died and you're waiting for the resurrection.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah. Well, he died what? Friday night?
Yeah.
And then he's supposed to have come back
Sunday morning.
Was it Sunday morning?
Or
Comes
Saturday
back
night. Sunday morning, isn't it? I don't know. Thursday night?
Thursday night he died? And why is it that we do his grave on Friday?
Yeah,
they brought him down on Friday. Okay, so he dies on Thursday.
Yeah.
So he dies tomorrow from where we're recording.
Yeah.
Goes through, like, if you need a recap, just watch Passion of the Christ. Have you watched that movie?
It's pretty good, dude.
Dude, it's fucking great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie. Depressing.
Good, yeah. Yeah, it is.
It's not really that depressing, but like it's pretty fucking savage.
Mm.
Do you know how much trouble he went through to get that movie made?
Who?
That's a Mel Gibson movie.
Did he direct it too?
Directed it, wrote it, produced it. He put all his own money in because no studio was like, this is a win.
Why? I guess it's
Dude, think about what you're doing.
Yeah,
you're about to show like the Jews just fucking absolutely destroy a person.
Yeah.
Because look, if anyone Jewish is listening, you can't deny the facts. You sold out Jesus for, I think it was like a murderer or a rapist or something.
Something like that,
because he had, like, Pontius Pilate gave him a choice. It was like, you can either fucking let this guy go who's claiming to be the son of God, or you can let this random serial rapist, which to be caught in ancient times being a serial rapist, they must have caught him with his dick in someone.
Have to. How else would they do it?
The descriptions at that point in time would have been like, he was unwashed.
Yeah.
He smelled really, really bad. I think he had a beard, dark skinned. That's fucking everyone. They caught that guy with his dick in them. It was like, this guy's a fucking serial rapist. And then they chose that guy.
Yeah.
And let our Messiah, the only Son of God, fucking crucify.
That would have been brutal too, dude.
Dude, imagine watching that.
Oh.
The fact that that was a thing where they would actively stick you on the cross, and Jesus copped it worse than normal people.
Why?
So normally when they would,
shit?
Normally when they crucify you, they don't torture you first.
Yeah.
They just nail you to the cross
And just wait.
and they just hang out.
Yeah.
Just, like, take bets, see how long it's going to last, because you get pinned up alive and then we'll die on there.
Yeah.
It's a slow process.
Dude. Yeah, in the sun and shit.
It's a fucking slow process,
It's
man.
horrible.
So with Jesus, they tortured him first.
Yeah. Yeah, they whipped him and all that sort of shit.
Whipped him hard.
Yeah.
Hard. Whipped him. Then, like, the thorny crown.
Yeah.
When he was asking for water, they were giving him vinegar.
Yeah.
Made him carry the cross that he would be crucified on up a hill.
Yeah.
Fucking brutal,
Full
bro.
on.
Fucking, it's the Son of God.
Yeah.
You would have thought he would have busted out a power.
Should have.
Think of how much better our fucking history, or like, we're operating on the basis that Jesus is completely real.
Yeah.
Dude, how dope would it have been?
Oh, dude.
If halfway up that, he just fucking put the cross down and just fucking started like electrocuting.
Thunder started.
Just like started electrocuting.
Clouds started coming in. He had to rain for 40 days or some shit. Just all of a sudden.
Just turned into Emperor Palpatine, started floating over cunts, just electrocuting him. It was the guy that was whipping him. He goes to whip him one more time. The whip stops midair and starts whipping that guy. Just fucking freaking everyone. Dude, that would have been so good.
Yeah.
That's a real. These days, if they made that movie, that's how it would end.
Yeah.
Like, we would not know if he really was the Messiah.
Yeah.
Until that popped off right at the end when it was judgment time.
Well, then, yeah. Yeah.
But in our reality, Jesus just took it.
Yeah, it took it.
Just took it like a champ, right?
Yeah.
Never said anything, never announced.
Nothing.
Just fucking kept going. He's like, I am the Son of God, you fucking dogs.
Yeah, or probably kept that inside himself.
Oh, he probably didn't say that part. He was probably thinking it. He was a man after all. He grew up as a man. He was probably like, you fucking pieces of shit. And then brought down 3 days later, they go to check the tomb.
Yeah.
And it's fucking empty, bro.
How scary is that?
Dude, that's fucking horrifying. And it's like a big stone.
Yeah.
They don't fucking...
Yeah, no, it's fucking thick as, dude.
Yeah, they didn't...
Like, weighs a ton or some shit.
Yeah, they didn't put like a pebble in front of it. They fucking put boulders and shit.
Yeah.
And it's already moved.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. That means that Jesus came to life again, resurrected.
Yeah.
In there. With super strength.
Climbed his way out.
No, because he moved it.
Oh, well, yeah.
He moved it. He didn't climb his way out, bro. It's the Jesus that died and the Jesus that came back. The Jesus that came back was essentially like 2.0.
New and improved.
Dude, new and improved. He fucking had super strength.
Yeah.
That thing would have taken probably like 4 or 5 people to move it. Jesus just did it with like a finger.
It's crazy.
It's fucking... Or he had like telekinesis.
Something.
Just walked out there and was just like, move.
Force powers.
Dude,
it's like literally... Star Wars is that. Just Jesus.
Just Jesus.
Luke is Jesus.
Dude, just Jesus out. Can you imagine you were the cunt that was whipping him?
Yeah, that's
You
that's
saw
why
the
it's
dude die.
terrifying, dude.
You saw the dude die. And then he's just fucking walking around and he just walks up to you straight to your face, towers over you. Because I imagine 2.0 Jesus grew like an extra foot.
Yeah. Actually, you just made me think of something.
Yeah.
So after he resurrected, how did he die?
What?
How did
Again, he just ascended to heaven.
Did he?
Yeah. It's like flew off. I think.
Is that what happened?
I think so.
Or are you just making it up?
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I'm pretty sure he just straight out ascended to heaven. I don't think he needed to die again. I don't think.
Actually, I think you're right because I think there was this guy. Like there was one person that hadn't died that was ascended with him.
No, that was the thief. So the thief asks him. So Jesus,
no, he died.
Yeah, so
but he asked for forgiveness.
So there were two rapists, murderers, thieves, whatever.
Next to him, yeah.
One of them on the left, one of them on the right. I can't remember which one it was. One of them turns around and was making fun of him while they're all dying, mind you. Like, this is the time. It's just like, you fucking dickhead, you're up here with me.
Yeah.
Then the guy on the other side was like, I repent for everything.
Yeah.
And so Jesus was like, you will be the first to enter the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
Which... pretty fucking baller to turn around mid-torture, dying, and to just look at someone and be like, you're coming with me, bro. You're in.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Dude, imagine the other guy.
Connections.
The other guy would have been pissed.
Yeah. Oh, he probably didn't believe.
It was probably like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
And then just fucking burning forever in the sea of hellfire.
Yeah. But apparently there was.
Dude, what kind of balls do you have to turn around to someone while you're also dying and be like, you're a fucking piece of shit?
That's got nothing to lose. He's going to die anyway.
Still.
Yeah.
That guy's getting crucified with you.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah, well,
it's probably delusional in the sun. Doesn't know who he's talking to.
Yeah.
But apparently there was a guy that didn't die. That ascended.
No, that's one of those people on the cross.
I think they died. That guy died.
That guy does die, but he was the first to enter the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, he was the first.
So after Adam and Eve were...
But what about all the people before?
Oh, dude, like I'll get into that. Dude,
get into that later.
How much do you know about like theology?
Not much.
I'm semi well versed. Yeah. And when I say semi, I mean I've got enough information that I've forgotten that I kind of remember enough.
Yeah.
So after Adam and Eve were removed from the Garden of Eden, essentially the Garden of Eden is essentially heaven.
Yeah.
Right? After they were removed, the gates of heaven were closed.
Yeah.
For mortals. And then Jesus' death opened the gates of heaven.
Yeah.
So it was like everyone that died, one of two things happens.
Yeah. That's what I want to know.
Either one, all of you are just getting punished for, the original sin.
Yeah.
Like the apple. And you basically all just burn.
Yeah.
No matter how good you were. Before Jesus died, you were just fucking straight into the lake.
Yeah, yeah.
Straight into the lake.
Yeah.
Or you're just hanging around waiting for the gates to open.
Fuck me. That's
Well,
a long-
dude, like
it's
if
a long
you
time.
take the time period in the Bible, it's like 10,000 years. You're just hanging out.
Yeah. Brutal.
Yeah, think about it.
Fuck. I dread going to the doctors, let alone
I'm
fucking.
fucking literally waiting, just waiting. Like, fuck, when's he gonna get here? He's
my
still
God.
dying. He's fucking still dying. Get the fuck up here. So then Jesus came back and essentially just like retold to everyone, you know, it's all good now. I talked to my dad. You can all come in if you're good enough.
Yeah.
If you make the cut,
Yeah.
like the VIP section, like you put you on guest list.
Yeah. Yeah.
That your name can immediately come off at any point in time.
Yeah.
For most reasons. you know, one of our mutual friends' dads.
Oh. Yeah,
Fuck
no.
it, I'll say his name. I don't care. Peter's dad.
Yeah.
Peter's dad. I used to go over his house to do sleepovers, and when he wasn't touching us, he used to. Don't laugh, bro. It's serious.
Yeah.
So, like, what he would do is he would corner us, and after molesting us, so he used to corner us.
Yeah.
And like, I used to like going Peter. Peter, like, I knew him from like kid.
He was a good kid.
So I used to like hanging out with him. And when I would go sleep over his house, every night his dad used to so his dad used to come in for like 1 hour, and it would be like essentially sermon, but it would be his version of religious zealism.
Yeah.
Like way too much, bro.
Yeah. It's just too much.
It's way too much.
Yeah.
Too heavy.
Yeah.
Way too far.
Yeah.
So his dad would come in, and I remember one specifically, so I think I was like 13, and he believed that there were something like 150 steps to heaven, or it was like it was a very odd number. It wasn't a clean like 150, it was something like 186.
Okay. Yeah. Just a weird number.
It was an unnecessarily specific number.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear that? That was horrible. So
was it?
it was a burp.
Oh.
Fucking sounded like I was fucking about to vomit the gyoza. So there were all these steps to ascend to heaven.
Yeah.
And if you failed on any of the steps, you would just go straight to hell. It was essentially like
step.
it was trap doors.
Yeah.
They're just trap doors essentially, but they look like stairs.
Yeah.
The first step is pornography.
Gone.
Dude.
Gone.
God. I was like
Immediately.
13. Dude, I was 13. This is when dial-up just came out.
Yeah.
It was when you had to wait for tits to appear.
Yeah. Slowly,
Like,
pixel by pixel.
Dude, anyone listening to this that's fucking
Older
like
than
even
30.
10 years younger than us just does not understand this
Yeah.
reference.
They got to
But
be
there
like
was-
35 plus.
Yeah, dude, there was a point in time, you remember, where like you were on the internet at like 11 o'clock at night, your parents are asleep,
Yeah.
and you are fucking downloading an image, and that image starts at her fucking head, because for some reason it never started at the bottom. It always
Nah,
starts
it's
top down.
Yeah, top down.
And it would be like blonde hair, face, and you're like, oh, it's coming. You're already starting to whack
Yeah.
because you're building.
Well, your imagination's
You're
going
building.
too. Yeah.
And then it keeps lowering, and then it would hit a point just like a couple of download parts above her nipple
Yeah.
where it would freeze.
Yeah.
So you have to
keep
hit
reloading.
refresh.
You have to.
You have to refresh. It would refresh because the cookies would bring you up right to that point, and then it would start down again. You get the tits come out. And it's like, oh,
Gets down to
now
the
we're
belly
cooking.
button.
Now we're cooking. So anyway, I was at that level of like pornography.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, like, I remember sitting there thinking back then, like 13 years old, I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm screwed already.
Yeah. It's not worth it.
Who
What's that
says
point
this
trying?
to any kid?
Yeah.
You're fucking like just straight out preparing nearly everyone to just be like, fuck it, I'll just be a murderer.
Yeah.
I'm already down.
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck, where were we? Where were we before I fucking got rough tangent off?
Waiting times in heaven.
Right, waiting times in heaven. So Jesus opens the gates.
Yeah.
Party starts. It's all good. Okay? That's the basic story of that. Now, how much do you know about what happened in the Garden of Eden?
Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
I know the
You know the
story.
basic story? Cool.
basic story,
I
yeah.
assume most people that are listening to this hear about it, and what they don't know is that it's in fact real. So obviously everyone's heard the beginning of things where it was like there was nothing but darkness.
Yeah.
God
One
was
day
hanging
was
out
this.
in the dark.
Yeah.
He was like, let there be light. Stars kick in. He started making a planet. And like slowly, eventually turns around the 7th day, he makes man.
Yeah. Nah,
Yeah?
6th day.
6th day?
5th or 6th?
No, 6th day. You're right. 6th day, he
The
makes
7th
man.
day was rest.
That's it, dude. Everyone needs rest. Sunday.
100%.
He started on a Monday.
Yeah.
Do you reckon there was a few rotations of weeks where God was just hanging out and just like, I'll start on Monday?
Yeah. Well, we'd have to create Monday.
But that's what I mean. Like he was waiting there. It was just probably like a Thursday.
Yeah.
He was like, I'll just wait till Monday.
But yeah, that's it.
I'll just wait. I'll start Monday. It's a big thing.
Yeah.
So gets through everything. 6th day makes man. 7th day takes a rest. Now, Adam in the Garden of Eden did not have knowledge of good and evil.
Yeah.
So he was essentially a pure spirit,
Yeah.
as most men are.
Mm.
And all he would do is just frolic around, naked,
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. There's
as
no
God
shame
made
in it.
him.
Yeah.
There's no shame. Why
Yeah.
would you have shame? The male
Exactly.
body is a work of art.
Yeah.
It's not disgusting at all.
Yeah.
Like filthy. But it's not.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
There's pigs and beef. I like to imagine it's very much like the Simpsons version where like you walk up.
Was it though?
Yeah, dude, they were all the animals.
Male and female?
Of the animals,
Yeah.
I imagine like they were male and female animals so that
But not
Adam could
humans.
keep eating them.
Okay, yeah.
Because he would have to eat something. Because
Yeah.
he was told, like, don't fucking eat. Sorry, I forgot to say. After he made Adam, before he took a rest, he was like, dude, this tree is the only thing you can't eat. It's this apple.
Why though?
Apparently the tree had the knowledge of good and evil.
Okay.
And God specifically wanted Adam to not eat from this tree because
Probably as a test.
probably.
Yeah.
More than likely, it was like God didn't want Adam. He just wanted to put like a limitation on him.
Yeah.
Just be like, listen,
Experiment.
all this shit is yours.
Yeah.
Everything. Everything you see, you can fuck any of the animals.
Yeah.
You can eat any of the animals. You can do both.
Yeah.
You can drink from the stream, piss in the stream, take
Whatever
dumps
you want.
wherever you want. It magically disappears. It's all good.
Yeah.
Just don't eat from this tree. All right?
What did he do?
Well, no, this is the thing. After a while, Adam got bored.
Yeah. He's
And-
like, fuck it.
And he's like, fuck it. No. So Adam turns around to God. He's like, listen, I see the pigs fucking. The birds are laying eggs.
Come on.
I'm going to need, like, I need a woman.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And so God, being ultra wise, understood. Like, don't you think it's a bit weird that God didn't make a man and a woman?
Yeah.
It's because he knew what would happen. So he turned around and he said, you know what? Look, I'll teach Adam a lesson. I'll take a rib off him. I'll make him a female partner
To drain his life.
to drain his life.
Yeah. I'll teach him a lesson.
I'll teach him a fucking lesson.
fix
Like,
him up.
oh, this guy thinks that it's not perfect.
Yeah.
I've given him nothing but happiness and purity, PS5s and fucking plasma screen TVs.
Yeah.
I'll fuck him up. I'll
Yeah.
make his day worse.
Yeah.
So he made a woman, he made Eve. Now, Eve, I imagine at the beginning, was super surprised. Like, oh my God, this is all for us.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Adam. Oh my God, I can't believe I came into existence because of you. I owe everything to you. Probably got down straight to business.
Yeah. Probably.
God probably watched.
Yeah.
It's probably like, this is not bad.
Yeah. I can see why he wants a woman.
I can see why you wanted it. Like, I get it. Makes sense. First blowjob. God was like, oh shit, I didn't even make it for that.
Yeah.
They didn't even make the mouth to do that. That's wild. So he was probably like broing out,
Yeah.
and Adam was probably loving it at the beginning.
Yeah. 100%.
Fucking oath.
Yeah.
And then after a while, Eve started saying things like, where's my Birkin bag? Why do we have to walk everywhere? Can't we get an AMG?
That's it.
I feel like you're,
Can't we park a little bit closer?
I feel like you're not living up to your potential, Adam. Adam's turning around. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Literally, we do anything we want all the time.
Yeah.
Why do you want me to do things? She's like, look, we need a house. It's like, it's fucking perfect weather every day.
Yeah.
At night, God comes and hugs us in the threesome.
Yeah.
He literally cuddles us and keeps us warm. What the fuck do you want more than this?
Yeah.
She's like, I feel like we're missing something. And then Adam, like a dickhead, because all men are, in fact, stupid,
Yeah.
turned around and was like, look, God is keeping one thing from us. It's that apple. Like, it's the only thing he told me I'm not supposed to eat.
Yeah.
And she was like, really? The one thing? Do you just let God tell you what to do? What thing just because he made us?
Yeah.
And then she went and hung around the tree.
Yeah.
And then the serpent, which is essentially Satan,
Yeah.
came out and was like, listen, God didn't want to tell you, but if you eat from this fruit, you get a mansion.
Yeah.
And inside that mansion, you can have all the plush pillows covering your bed that you could possibly want. Enough that to get into bed is tiresome.
Yeah.
And she was like, that sounds fucking wild.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know what else you get? You can get clothes. Do you know why you want clothes? Because your fucking body is disgusting. Look, nobody wants you to be naked all the time.
Yeah.
Don't you want to wear something hot?
Yeah.
You want to feel sexy? And she was like, I do want to feel sexy. So she took the apple, she took a bite.
Yeah.
So she immediately realized that she was naked. Her knowledge of good and evil, which I don't know why naked is evil, but regardless.
Yeah.
So she started
It goes
covering
down to porn, I guess.
there was they already enacted all the porns.
Yeah.
And so Adam comes around and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, listen, turns out there's this sick snake over here. It talks.
Yeah.
Told me that we could get fucking Lambos.
Take a bite.
And he was like, what do you mean Lambos?
What is this thing?
What, like Aventadors?
Yeah.
Or a Diablo? And she was like, no, it's a Diablo. The original 97 Diablo. And he was like, fuck, I didn't know that. So he took a bite. And when God came back, obviously the serpent fucked off, as all snakes do.
Yeah.
And they hid from him. They hid their bodies.
Yeah. Didn't they? They covered up.
They covered up.
Yeah.
That's how God knew. He was like, why are you hiding your dick? He's like, we're bros. We're bros. And he's like, what's this? There's no pussy flaps. Like, where's the flaps?
Yeah.
He's like, I made them. Like, what are you hiding from me? And they were like, no, we need to hide from you because we know that it's shameful.
Yeah.
And then obviously God was angry.
Yeah.
As you can imagine. And he started yelling at Adam. He actually stopped talking to Eve. And it was like, I'll fucking, like.
But didn't she get fucked off first?
No.
Well, am I thinking of Simpsons?
Yeah, you're thinking of Simpsons.
Okay.
Where like Adam turns around and he's like, I'll go with her. So what actually happened, I know this.
Yeah.
Deep down.
Tell me.
All men do.
Yeah.
So God stopped speaking to Eve. He was like, you shut the fuck up. These men are talking.
Yeah.
And he looked at Adam dead in his eyes and he was like, listen. He's like, we were bros. I made all this shit for you.
Yeah.
I made her
For you.
from you to fuck with you.
Yeah.
I just thought you were going to get your nuts out.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, I thought we were going to fuck her off. Like, what is this shit?
Yeah.
And Adam obviously felt really bad. He was depressed about it. And he was like, what do you want me to do? You know what? Get the fuck out of here. Like, just get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, both of you. But before, like, Adam obviously upset, left. He had to leave all the PlayStations and everything.
Everything behind.
Everything behind. All his worldly possessions.
Yeah.
But God was entering Old Testament time.
Yeah.
So in the Old Testament, God is a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
Like, turns cunts to salt.
Does shit for...
He just does shit because he's a prick.
Yeah. Okay. Because he can.
Because he can. Well, he's God. You do whatever the fuck you want.
That's right, yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, it is.
It's pretty dope having that much power over people.
Dude.
So he kicks Adam out. And then as Eve is leaving the Garden of Eden, he's like, whoa, I'm going to fucking make sure that you get cursed.
Who?
Eve.
Okay.
Do you know what the curse was?
No.
It's that women, when they give birth, feel pain.
Brutal.
Like, that's the most, dude, savage.
Yeah.
She didn't even know what pregnancy was.
Yeah.
Because there was never pregnancy in the Garden of Eden. And she was like, what do you mean pregnant? He was like, don't worry, you'll know. It's like, I actually think I think something's moving around in there. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like a parasite? Yeah. It's like, sort of. And they've shoved her out. Fucking shoved that bitch as hard as possible.
Fucking hell.
And that's the story of our world.
And that's what we celebrate.
And well, we celebrate 8,000 years later, Jesus dying and then opening the gates because Eve fucked up.
Yeah.
So like Jesus went up and as he opened the gates, he actually shoved Eve out.
Did he?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
So he actually, like, as he went up, like Adam and Eve were both waiting there. And then as Eve went to walk in, Jesus pulled her aside and he was like, Adam, she'll catch up.
Keep going.
And he was like, you just keep going. God wants to hang out with you. And then he said, listen, Eve.
You're out.
You're out.
Sorry we made you wait 8,000 years.
You're cut. Turns out the dad is still angry at you. I could let everyone else in, but not you.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to boot you. And that's why Eve's not in heaven.
There you go. What is she now?
I assume in hell.
Some fucking demon
I
queen?
assume if God has any sort of irony, she's in a place filled with apples.
Probably. Rotting apples.
Just rotting apples. They don't even taste good. But yeah, so back to Easter. So like Easter's celebration is purely like the resurrection.
Yeah.
That's what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Now, we're also told that there will be a second coming.
Yeah, eventually.
Jews don't believe that.
Well, there is.
No, Jews don't believe that the Messiah has come yet.
Yeah.
That's like
Well,
that's
this would be the.
so like Jesus was a Jew. You know that, yeah?
Well,
It was a Jew.
Yeah, it's Jewish.
Because Judaism is in fact older than Christianity.
Yeah.
For anyone listening and is not aware of that, that's how it works.
Yeah.
But
Who do they follow though?
I have no idea what they call their God.
It's not the same God, is it? Jews don't
I
follow
think
our God.
it's
They
supposed to
do
be the
Hanukkahs
same
and shit.
God. Huh?
Aren't they doing like Hanukkahs and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, but it yeah, but their God is still like our God theoretically.
Is it?
Yes, but their belief is that Jesus wasn't the Messiah because obviously, like if we're going to
No,
talk
that's
about
Muslims, dude.
no, bro, no, we'll get into
Muslims
Muslims.
believe-
We'll get into Muslims. Let's stick with Jews.
Okay.
So the Jews believe that the Messiah hasn't come, that Jesus was just a very smart man that they murdered.
Okay.
Because obviously you can't believe that Jesus was the Messiah and that you were responsible for
Yeah, no, you
brutally
can't, yeah.
murdering.
Yeah, yeah.
So they turn around and they say that no, he's not. He was just like a smart man
Okay.
that we killed.
Okay.
But they really don't like saying that last part. They
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just saying he was a very smart man.
Yeah.
And we don't know how he died. It's a
Okay.
mystery.
So
Even though
they,
it's,
they think that he hasn't come yet.
yeah, they think the Messiah hasn't come. They think Jesus wasn't.
Yeah.
But for Christianity, it's obviously through like it's fucking Jesus,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah, yeah,
fucking
that's a weird-
Christianity.
yeah,
like
yeah.
we believe that he is the Son of God, and you know it's all well and good, and
Yeah.
he turns water into wine, which is fucking dope power.
It is sick.
It's fucking dope, bro.
Yeah.
The fact that you
No,
can just
blood into wine.
no, it's water.
Is it water? No,
Oh,
water.
now it's his blood.
Yeah.
Like
No, wine into blood. Yeah, yeah.
it's water into wine.
Water to wine.
That was the thing. Remember, he was at
Yeah.
like a wedding.
Yeah, yeah.
The wine ran out. Everyone
Yeah.
was like, "We've got to get fucking wine." Jesus was like, "Calm down, everyone.
I gotcha.
Bring me some water." And they were like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, bring me some water, everyone. We're not going to hush the buzz. The band's killing it.
Yeah.
Just bring some water." And then as people were dipping their cups, it was just coming out wine.
Yeah.
And like, obviously that fucking got the party going,
Yeah.
which is dope.
Crazy.
It's fucking
Would've
crazy.
Gone off.
He also did other things, bro. Don't you remember he did the fish and the bread?
The fish and the bread, yeah, that's what I remember. Like one fish or one bread fed like fucking.
Well, like, so yeah, it was
Something
like,
like that,
it was
yeah.
like, all he did was like take like the bread. It was like one piece of bread, he's like, put it in a bag.
Yeah.
Dude, Jesus
It's like a
loved,
magic trick, dude.
Jesus loved pulling shit out of
Yeah,
stuff.
it's just
He
fucking-
really, like, dude, I have to say, Jesus sounds like he was a showman.
Yeah.
Sounds like a sick cunt.
Yeah, 100%.
Guaranteed Jesus was a sick cunt.
Yeah.
So like, he was like, take that bread, because it was like, it was fucking like, I think it was a few hundred people or 1,000. I don't know. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
remember that part. Like I
Yeah.
said, semi well versed.
Yeah.
So you're just going to have to take everything I'm saying here with a grain of salt. But
Yeah.
it all is fact,
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah.
So he turned around and was like, put that bread in a bag. And he's like, now you got a fish, yeah? And the guy's like, I only have one. And he's like, yeah, so just put that in a bag.
Yeah.
And then he told someone else, like, that's the best part. He had like volunteers from the audience. So he had one dude with a fish, one dude with a bread.
Yeah.
And then he was like, and now I need a third person to come here, reach in that bag, pull me out a piece of bread and a piece of fish. And then that dude did it. And he gave it to the first person. And he was like, all right, now reach me out again,
Do it again.
pull out another piece of bread and a fish. And the guy was like, well, it's not going to work. He's like,
Trust me.
just trust me. Stick your hand in there. What do you feel? The guy was like, I feel bread and fish. He's like, all right, pull that out. And then he kept doing it over and over and over again. And the guy was just blown away.
Yeah. Oh, fuck it, as you would.
Dude, as you would be. It's a fucking bottomless bag. And every
Yeah.
time you reach in, it's one bread and one fish.
Legit.
It's fucking sick magic. Jesus
Wow,
was
dude.
such a showman, bro.
Yeah.
He was such a showman. Like, you can understand how he got so many people to just fucking walk around with him.
Follow him.
Dude, imagine having like 13 bros.
Oh, yeah, dude.
There's those 12.
It's 12.
It's 12.
Oh, well, yeah. 12.
Well, he's the 13th.
He's the 13th.
He's the 13th bro. Imagine having 13 bros, bro. Back when like people were killing each other for like
Anything.
a piece of fish.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're hanging out with a dude that can make fish.
It's crazy.
It's fucking sick,
Dude.
bro. Everywhere you go,
That's it.
he just talks.
100%.
People just fucking line up and just start giving you shit. He just tells people, he's like, you got to love each other. And everyone's like, fuck, we really should. It's like, this guy's the shit. Meanwhile, the Jews, they were plotting. They're like, fuck this guy. Love each other. Give us money.
Cash. Cash is king.
Cash is king, you fucking freaks. Now, sidetrack. So Muslims believe that first I'll say this. Jesus says at one point, and again, not super factual, so I might be paraphrasing a little bit, but just go with me on this. Jesus essentially said at one point, I am the last prophet. Like, I am the last.
Did he?
Yes, I'm the Messiah. Everyone that comes after me is lying.
Yeah.
Now, fast forward a couple of 100 years in the middle of the desert, and a man pops up. Doesn't know how to read or write, but that man, we'll call him Muhammad.
Okay.
Now, Muhammad claimed to be a prophet of God, and he called his God Allah.
Don't they believe in the same God?
Just listen. So we've got to have a name, yeah? Everyone else just calls him God.
They call him Allah.
Call him Allah. It essentially means God.
Yeah,
right?
in their language.
In their language.
Yeah.
In the Tuscan Raider language.
Yeah.
Dude, so essentially like it's Muhammad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Muhammad rolls around, starts preaching similar things to Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, similar things to other prophets of the Judeo-Christian moralities. Now, as he ages, he also came up with some funky new shit, I might add.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, one thing was that,
When you die.
well, no. I don't really know too much about their death ceremonies. Well, I know that there's 72 virgins.
Yeah. It's like the
They love that.
and shit.
They love the 72 virgins. But he came up with the rule of half your age plus 7, you're allowed to marry. So, for example, like if you're...
What's that mean?
I think it's a half your age plus 7. I don't know, something like that. But essentially, Muhammad was walking around like 35 years old. And he was like, I'll marry a 7-year-old.
Okay.
So, like, he had some pretty fucking interesting theories as well. Some dope ones, really.
Yeah.
He was like, I want her to be pure. Make her pure. So he had a 7-year-old as a wife.
Yep.
He also made the rule that nobody could have other wives than him. God told him that he could have more wives.
So he had to have the most.
He had multiple.
But he had to have the most wives.
Well, like obviously, because everyone else could only have one. Whereas he could have multiple only. Because he's the prophet.
Yeah.
Now, as Muhammad aged, Muhammad eventually became a warlord. And his preachings of kindness and love dramatically shifted, as you would imagine, to being more like, cut their fucking heads off.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
It's pretty wild.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
To turn around, you're the prophet of God, and then like halfway through your life, you're just like, you know what? Cut that dude's dick off.
Murder him.
Murder him. What does he not believe? Kill him. So the book that he wrote, the Quran, is supposed to be retroactive. So what that means...
I thought you couldn't read and write.
Well, someone wrote it.
Okay.
I assume he was just dictating.
Yeah, it's probably some other dude.
And some other dude that nobody cares about.
Probably didn't know how to read and write either.
Yeah.
Drawing pictures of cats and shit.
Did you get that?
Yes. Continue.
He's just enthralled by the story. Forgot to tell him like 6 weeks in that he didn't know how to read or write. Please don't kill me. Dude, the best part is if he couldn't read or write, he wouldn't even be able to check the other guy's work. He would have just had to be like, good. It's good. Muhammad, this is gibberish. No, he is definitely real. He's definitely. Do you want me to cut your fucking head off? Oh, change the language. That guy invented Arabic.
Yeah.
The second guy.
Probably, yeah.
That's why it looks
Drew
like
some
squiggles.
lines, yeah, some
That's why it's squiggles. They're like, that means that. Anyway, after sacrilege. So the Quran's actually retroactive.
Yeah.
So whatever it says at the end of the Quran you take precedence over the early stuff.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the stuff he wrote later in his life about fucking taking cunts out and essentially killing him behind the woodshed
is like law.
That's more important than the other shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, like there's different things.
Yeah.
Now, it's not Eid, it's Easter. So we'll keep bringing it back to Jesus as we do tangents on religion.
Yeah.
Jesus would have been dope, bro. You have to imagine, like Jesus would have been the dopest guy.
But what, like, for example,
if anyone can hear that growling in the background, it's my dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's very active today.
And she's a fucking bitch to her. Yeah.
Why, for example, do you have to fast?
So you fast to cleanse your body, to prepare for sacrament. So you fast in honor of like them having to fast, like Jesus fasting. Yeah. But you also do it to prepare yourself to be given like the holy sacrament of like Jesus' body and his blood. Like vampires.
Yeah. Like vampires.
It's true, bro. Like that's what it is. You prepare to receive it.
To receive, yeah, but
like you cleanse your body.
But you can do that any other day too.
Yeah, but this you're doing it in preparation of what happened. Like of Jesus essentially fucking getting crucified.
Did he tell you to do that though?
Well, he didn't tell me.
But did he say to do that?
I think it's just more like other dudes were just like, you know, it'd be great as homage.
Let's starve ourselves.
We'll just starve ourselves for a while. 40 days.
Have you noticed that?
I'm getting told it's because he spent 40 days in the desert.
That makes sense. Yeah, but why did we do it?
It shows
Control? Okay.
Doesn't that make more sense that if they would have had water or like, you know, food, they would have eaten during those 40 days?
100%. 100%.
So shouldn't you,
especially if he's popping fish out of bags. Dude, 100%.
Shouldn't you, in fact, go the other way? Shouldn't it be 40 days of just fucking gorging
Celebration.
yourself? Just going ballistic.
Hard.
Just jamming everything you can.
Yeah.
Anything you see that is edible, just eating it.
That's why Sunday goes off.
Dude, Sunday always goes off.
People can't wait.
Dude, how can you?
Yeah.
So anyone that's not aware of Catholic, well, I guess Catholic is one thing, but like anyone who's not aware of like Orthodox Easter.
Yeah.
Because I think Catholic Easter is just more like,
I think they're the same.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think it's pretty much the same.
Pretty sure it's more just like, look, I've made a roast.
No.
We've made a roast
they
in the oven.
too.
Yeah, and not that. I mean, like their Sunday. Pretty sure their Palm Sunday is more just like, look, Jesus has come back. Everyone have some of this roast.
Yeah, no, fuck roast.
Fuck roast.
Not the spit.
Orthodox Easter, on the other hand, that's where the shit gets real. We celebrate the resurrection of Jesus the right way.
Yeah.
So for anyone that's a virgin, for lack of any other term, or unaware of orthodoxy, I want to paint you a picture. Mm-hmm. You wake up. Well, first of all, Saturday night, your fast breaks and you usually have a soup that's filled with guts.
Delicious.
It's fucking amazing. It sounds gross for anyone that doesn't like heart, lungs, intestines, and all this other crap.
My mom's cleaning the guts now as we speak.
Amazing. Dude, that's like perfect. That's the right image.
100%.
Just an elderly woman opening up a sheep's guts and taking the shit out to be prepared, bathed in vinegar.
Delicious.
Prepared to just fucking break a fast.
Yeah.
Now, you'll eat that Saturday because you've spent either 40 days or, as most current orthodoxes do, you do about 7. You do the week.
You do the week.
You do the week. That's enough.
40 days.
Jesus doesn't care.
We've all broken the first rule anyway.
That's it. The first step to heaven is already over, so most of us are fucked. at this point, the shit I've seen, like it ain't fucking downloaded images. I've seen way more shit at this point.
Yeah.
So dude, not only the first step will be a trap door, it'll be like a fucking push.
Yeah.
Just shoved down. Anyway, so you wake up Sunday. You're going to have something small to eat. You can now start eating meat, but you're going to save yourself. You know why you're going to save yourself? Because somewhere out there, one of your relatives is more than likely cooking an animal. Now, they're not just cooking an animal in the way some people cook an animal. They are they are preparing that animal with love. It's probably been marinating from the morning.
Yeah. Ready.
It's usually a lamb.
Cooked whole.
Cooked whole. They've thrown that on the barbecue. Well, no, it's a spit, sorry.
Yeah.
On the spit. And it's slowly getting turned. It's getting turned at just the right speed that if you look at it, you can actually watch the fat glisten and roll and re-roll without ever dropping off the lamb. Self-marinate.
Yeah.
It's just fucking
amazing.
That fat's just glistening, and then like as it turns and you think you're gonna watch that fat roll into the fucking into the charcoal, it just rolls back down the other side. You can watch that mesmerizing little fucking thing just keep spinning.
It's the best.
Its eyes glaring at you. You cannot have a spit with a lamb's head not being attached to it.
It's gotta be there.
It has to be there.
Yeah.
Jesus wants it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't cut it off.
Women are in the kitchen for hours, slaving away. People think slaves don't exist. They just haven't met Greek women. Okay? They're in the kitchen making sides that nobody will eat.
That's so true.
And I'm talking sides, man. I'm talking like they're making everything from fucking scratch. Yeah. They're making potato salads and salads, Greek salads, fucking rice, dips potatoes. From potatoes, like everything you can possibly imagine as a side dish that everyone will eventually take home.
Yeah.
Because nobody will eat it. All the men will eventually begin appearing and all give tips on the speed that thing is cooking.
Yeah.
Or give tips on how to better prepare the meal.
Yeah.
The person, in fact, who owns the house and is cooking it will immediately tell all of them to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because they don't know, because nobody cooks it like you do.
Yeah.
That's
how it works.
And then eventually they cut. They start making those cuts. And that lamb is just fucking, it's been slow roasted for like 5 hours.
That's it. The thing is, you taste it on the way too. Like,
oh my God.
By the time it's done, you're half full.
That's it. You got to have tasters.
While women are fucking slaving away. You go in full as fuck.
So what Lucas is referring to is that as that thing is fucking spinning, pieces are getting taken off it. Because someone likes the crackling. Oh, you got to try that. You got to try this little piece. You got to try a little bit of the leg, a bit of the belly. Before you know it, 3/4 of the lamb has been eaten by all the men in the room. Well, in the backyard usually, under a canopy that has probably been built by one of the people there.
Yeah, 100%.
Not up to code or a permit from the government.
One spark and it's lit up. It's super dangerous. That charcoal burst, it's all over.
Sorry, 1 second, everyone. All right, we're good.
Yeah.
Now, sorry about that before. So where was I? All right. The men have eaten.
Yeah.
Filled. Some men will go inside to touch up the edges with whatever immediately catches their attention.
Like, yeah.
You got to make the women feel like they've actually done something that day.
So they can do it the next year.
Yeah, of course. Because if you stop doing it, they won't do it. Yeah. That's the thing.
And they join you outside.
Yeah.
It's not good. You want them inside.
It's not good. You need the separation. There's something the Muslims got right.
Yeah.
Now, at this same point in time, chances are the kids will be given presents.
Yeah.
You don't buy presents for the adults. You'll probably bring a gift for the person hosting.
Yeah.
Usually something very small, probably like a bottle of wine that was at one point given to you, that you have now passed it on.
Yeah.
And
they will do the same.
They will also do the same because it's probably a 10 bottle of wine from Coles originally.
Yeah. But slowly, like it ages.
That's
gets
it.
Better value.
Absolutely. So technically, if you keep passing it on enough, you will eventually pass on a quite expensive bottle of wine.
That's it.
Because it'll have aged like 15 years in the bottle. The kids are opening presents. Now, at one point, clothes were a very common gift.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I hated it.
I fucking dude, how insulting is it to be a kid and someone gives you fucking
What
clothes?
the fuck is this shit?
As if like you're not already wearing clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, I wanted a fucking toy, bitch.
Yeah. Don't get clothes.
What the fuck is that, you fucking prick? Like when you're no,
It's insulting.
dude, when you're no, used to fucking give you like pants. You'd like just look at him and be like, do you fucking hate me?
Yeah. Yeah, it's terrible. Terrible gift.
It's terrible. Terrible gift. You know, once at Christmas, one of my relos had given me a puzzle. I was like 6 years old.
Yeah.
She gave me a puzzle. It was worth $5. She didn't take the sticker off.
Yeah.
Take the sticker off if you give him presents, people. Then a year later, she gave me the same fucking puzzle for Christmas. I think this bitch fucking stockpiled them once at fucking like reject shop or some shit.
Bought them on special.
She bought them on special. She bought like 50. Clearly didn't realize that she gave me the same fucking puzzle. She gave me the same puzzle twice in a row.
Did you do it?
I did it the first time.
Second time?
Second time I fucking binned it. I was like, this fucking bitch.
What a waste of a year.
What a fucking wait. Like I waited all year for you to fucking give me the same puzzle. It was a shit puzzle too. It was like a landscape. What the fuck do a kid want landscapes for? Like,
terrible.
Anyway, so if you hate kids, you give them puzzles. Or clothes.
Yeah.
If you dislike them.
Yeah.
Or the good ones, you got presents, like real presents. Someone gave you a toy. If you were lucky enough to own a console, they gave you a game.
Oh, love it.
Dope.
Love
amazing. Especially if they turned around and asked your parents ahead of time what game.
Perfect.
Banger. Amazing. Perfect. Or something you didn't appreciate as much back then, but you would appreciate in the future, was an envelope and had your name on it.
Yeah.
And inside that envelope would just say Happy Easter, and there'd be like a $30.
Yeah.
It'd be like a 20 and a 10. Or if you were really lucky, a 50.
A crisp 50.
Crisp pineapple.
Oh.
Crisp.
Fantastic.
Crisp fucking, what is it? Yellow fucking note.
Yeah.
That you would then immediately take and buy a game with.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Now, at the end of this Easter, party's not over. Party's not over, mate.
What happens? What do you mean?
Oh, you don't know? Chances are, if you either come from a separated household like I do.
Oh, yeah. Forget it. If you're not hosting,
there Horrible. It is. There it is. There's the realization of what I'm about to say. Or you're married.
Yeah.
My God, you better fucking prepare because you've probably porked out.
Yeah, you always do.
First house, you always pork out.
The smells are going.
Can't help
aromas.
it. Can't help it. You smoked a couple of cigarettes, you probably drank a couple of beers. That food's looking crazy. The fat's rolling.
Yeah. No, you gotta go hard.
You just gone hard.
Yeah.
Time to pack up and fucking head to the second house.
That's the thing is the second house has already been cooked.
The second house is already cooked.
Yeah. It's not
and
as good.
At the same time, those women there have already still been preparing.
Yeah.
You're expected to eat.
You have to.
And it's been like 3 hours.
You have to.
You have to, bro. It's insulting if you don't.
It is. You got to eat.
You got to eat again. And then the food coma starts setting in. Because it's probably like 6, 7 o'clock. You've eaten enough for like 2 weeks of food.
Easy.
And your guts are just screaming at you. Your brain can't even work. And then people start trying to talk to you. Oh, how did the year pass for you? Because you probably haven't seen them in a year.
Well, that's the thing. You see them once a year.
They're talking to you. Your head's rolling. And then at the end of all of that, either the first or the second house, most likely both, there are leftovers.
Yeah.
And those leftovers, whether you want to admit it or not, you will stand at the fridge at 11:30 at night with your fucking dick half hanging out. And you'll eat them.
100%.
Have to.
It's the way to.
For some reason, that
tradition.
hunger pain, after you come home, you have a nap, you wake up, you're fucking starving.
You're ready to go.
You're starving. And you know that in the fridge is all that delicious food just ready to be destroyed.
Yeah. It's so good.
Nothing beats Orthodox Easter,
Dude,
bro.
So good.
Orthodox Easter is the shit. If you have any Greek friends, and you haven't gone to Easter at their house, do yourself the fucking favor.
Yeah, go.
You gotta go.
You'd be full as fuck.
You'll be full as fuck, and you're gonna take food home. You're probably not gonna need to eat tomorrow.
No.
And that's what Jesus wanted.
Yeah. That's the good shit. That's
My
the
God.
good shit.
That is the good shit, man. Our fucking, man, I would never trade that experience for anything else, for any other Easter.
That's good. It's just the travel. The travel between houses is a drainer.
The travel kills
But
you.
there's pros. You get something out of it.
Usually intense stomach pains and severe diarrhea.
Yeah.
But man, does that saltiness fucking just kill you?
It's best.
Makes the beers taste better.
Dude.
The smokes go
The
down
first
better.
bite. The first bite's amazing.
The
Once
best
that flavor hits your tongue.
Dude, the best is when like the guy that cooked it comes over, he's like, is it good? And you're like, it's fucking good.
Half dribbling and shit.
Food spitting onto the plastic that they put over the tables because they know they're going to get fucked.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody eats Easter food properly.
Yeah.
There's food everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Either a dip is going somewhere. Dude, how good is it when you combo like whatever fucking barbecued meat or spitted meat when you fucking slap it in that homemade tzatziki?
Oh, dude.
Oh,
I don't understand how it goes so well with meat.
dude, it fucking makes no sense, bro.
It works. It works.
Kills it.
It's too good.
It's nothing like it, mate. And beers just go down so well.
Oh,
They go down so crisp, especially when they're fucking ultra cold. Someone's
it's got
got...
to be like ice. Like just 1 degree off ice.
That's why, like, man, you know, like, because it always comes out of a fridge in the garage.
Yeah.
Because the fridge in the house is reserved for the food that the women are cooking.
Yeah, all the fucking cakes and shit.
Whereas
and all that
the
sort of
man
shit.
has already prepared the day before and he's dropped that temperature in the fridge to like just above freezing.
Yeah.
And he's just filled it with drinks.
So good.
And every one of those drinks is just so crisp.
Dude. Salivating.
You're
Just
ready to
thinking
go.
about it.
It's the best.
Yeah.
You know what's even better? Like when your missus isn't part of the circus that's going on inside with the other women, she comes out, shares a smoke with you. She turns around to you. She's like, can I have some meat? And you look at her dead in the eyes and you go, I ate it all.
So good.
My missus is not even paying attention. Yeah, dude. It's the best. I can't
It
wait.
is.
I look forward to Easter more than I look forward to Christmas, to be honest.
better. Easter's better.
It's the fucking best. You have public holidays,
Yeah.
even if you don't. And
It's always a 4-day weekend.
well,
Whereas
even
Christmas is 50-50.
yeah, Christmas, you never know.
Yeah.
You might
Sometimes
work
it's
Christmas.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
You never work in Easter. You got to be a fucking psycho to work Easter, bro.
that.
You got to be a psycho.
Mm.
You're not working the Sunday day. You might work the morning.
miss
You
the
might
feast.
work. You might work
No,
the
thank
morning. You might work the night, but you ain't working the day, bro.
No.
Nobody works the day. That food you can never miss out on.
Yeah. It's too good. Something about lamb on the spit, man.
Like especially when it's just before cooked, just
Yeah.
before someone's made that first slice,
Yeah.
and the skin is still intact. It's
Yeah,
mesmerizing.
dude. All that flavor.
The best part is like, it's always set to the same speed. Have you noticed that? Anyone's house you go to and that fucking thing is spinning. It's always the same speed.
Yeah.
It's like just before slow.
Yeah.
It's moving at just that right pace where it's rotating, not quick, because quick will fuck it up.
Quick fucks it up. It's
You
gotta be
need
nice
it
and
to.
slow.
You need every piece of it to just slowly be getting just heated.
That's it.
Just heated. Every now and then they do like a trick where they'll drop it a little bit closer to the flame.
Yeah.
And then someone will be like, oh, it's cooking a little bit
Still
too fast. I've got to lift it
Gotta
up a
lift it
little
up.
bit.
That's it.
So
Slow
play
back
with
down.
it a little bit. The thing about it in the old days when they would have done that, like before they got motors, dude, there was a dude just fucking
It's by
cranking
hand,
it out.
dude.
Dude, just cranking it out.
Dude, you
spinning.
pinching so much meat though.
Dude, tell me about it.
It needs the energy.
Dude, oh,
It needs the energy to spin the fucking thing.
that's Vasily. Vasily always cooks the fucking spin. Dude, that guy's fucking arm would be
dude, it'd be
tanked
ripped.
out.
Ready
Be
to go.
tanked out.
Dude.
Have you seen cyclers' legs after they finished like a marathon?
No.
Where they're like ultra veiny. They look fucked.
Pop, yeah.
They
it'll
look
be
fucked.
popping, yeah.
Dude, that would be that guy's arm. That's like
Brutal.
6 hours of rotation.
At a constant speed.
Yes,
slow
you
down.
can't go slower or faster.
It's got to be that right speed. He's got to add in the brakes, like something like like the meat struggles to turn a little bit and stops. He's got to add those in too. There's like a pattern to it.
Why is it that all the motors do that, bro? There's like one part where it struggles.
Just gets stuck like a gear's stuffed or some shit. It just slides.
The best is when someone's built the motor themselves and it's fucking shoddy as shit. And it just has, it's not a smooth rotation. Yeah. It's a juddering rotation.
Janks and shit. Like literally all of them, all the fucking wires you got to have at the right thing. You move the wire a bit, it stops and the fire goes off.
Dude, I remember I had gone to one where they actively needed someone to hold the plug next to the motor. So we were all taking turns. The kids had to keep coming and fucking just pushing it at the right fucking, because you couldn't push it too hard because it would short. You couldn't leave it loose because it would short.
Yeah.
So you had to hold constant pressure for like 20 minutes and then the next kid would rotate in.
It's all wog jobs, dude.
Dude, that's the best.
They do their own wires.
Dude, they're the best jobs.
Yeah.
That's the best jobs. The wog job, fucking, it may not be pretty. It can barely be useful, but it'll fucking get done.
Yeah, that's it.
It'll work. It'll do just good enough.
That's it. On the line, like dude, fucking.
When they build shit, when they were wog building shit, and I'm not talking like, again, no permits.
Yeah. They
were just like, I'm building a fucking gazebo.
Yeah.
It would barely keep the rain out.
Yeah.
It would have to be the right level of rain. If it was too much, it essentially would flood.
Yeah. Legit.
That's good enough.
Yeah. That's all you need.
That's all you need.
Just enough.
Just enough. That is, that's amazing. And that's all you need on a motor. Just enough power. Just enough electricity and power and torque. To just slide. Just enough rotation.
Yeah.
That's a good allegory for life, I think. Just got to keep moving. No matter how many judders. Just fucking.
Soldier on.
That's it. Dude, I'll tell a quick story before we finish up because we're nearly at an hour.
Okay.
I've been to a few houses where I'll do, like, I have to plug the machine for like the gutters into the garage.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of the people I visit are older.
Yeah.
They're oldies.
Yeah.
Sick cunts, most of them, but they're oldies.
Yeah.
Now, chances are that shed or that garage, especially if you find a garage that is made out of aluminium, that shed was thrown up by that person.
Many years ago.
The best part is to save money on the electrical work, chances are that dude also did the electrical work. Do you know how many times I've gone to the houses and blown the power?
Are you serious?
Because I plug it in, the machine sucks heavy power out. It needs a proper power point.
Yeah.
And I'll just blow the switches in the house.
Oh, no.
So now
just enough for their appliances.
That's it.
Just to get the fridge going.
And the light. And the one light they've installed into the shed / garage. And I'll blow it. Now anytime I go, I'm always like, who installed this? And they'll be like, if they stand around, they're like an electrician. It's like, oh, sweet. If it was like, oh, my dad, it's like, all right, we're going to need a different PowerPoint. Have a happy Easter, everyone, from us at the Purple Cube. John, you missed out and you're not invited to Easter this year. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.